Hey everyone, Rambling Gamer coming at you today. And so I've been looking at the new Pokemon designs, and there's a few of them I do like, and a few of them I definitely don't like. But it did get me to thinking about something, and that's that Pokemon is just as much about the way a Pokemon looks as how strong a Pokemon is. I mean, my entire Generation 5 team was almost comprised of Pokemon I thought looked awesome. These are my top 10 least favorite Pokemon designs. And before I start listing off Pokemon and then wailing on them, I do want to remind everyone this is a top 10 video. It is all opinion. So starting off this list is a Gen 5 Pokemon. Big surprise! It actually might be a surprise to some people, but Seismitoad. Tympole looks interesting, but it's by no means a bad looking design. It's when it starts to evolve though, it bugs me. Seismitoad is just, its body's covered in tumors. Which, I mean, there are certain areas of its body where it has these tumors on, and they actually look like they kind of belong there. That's mostly on its arms, but I'm talking more about the ones on its head and its back that just, they don't look like they belong there at all. The Pokemon looks like it has two big blue boobs stuck on its head. But overall, Seismitoad's a very forgivable Pokemon. It's hard to go wrong with a water ground type, and if you can look past its big blue boobs all over its body, you're gonna enjoy it. Number 9 is another frog Pokemon. Damn, Froakie, your final evolve better be awesome. But in this case, we're talking about Politoed. The moment I saw Politoed, I thought it was like the first 4th evolution Pokemon, and was instantly wondering, like, how is that ever an upgrade from Poliwrath? I think I would have liked this design far more if we could, have removed the random pink Pikachu cheeks and the random hair thing. Do frogs have hairs? No. This Pokemon, it just looks derpy as hell, and I don't mean derpy as in the cute MLP way. I mean derpy as I feel bad for the Poliwhirl that was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a Poliwrath, and then held to King's Rock and was like, well, time to shoot myself. My number 8 spot goes to a Pokemon I actually enjoy using quite a bit, Ludicolo. Did we really need a evolutionary line that's like stereotypical Mexican looking Pokemon? I mean, I realize Japan isn't the most sensitive of countries, but come on. Despite that, probably one of my bigger concerns is, WTF is this thing? It looks like a duck got it on with a pineapple and decided, hey, I'm gonna grab this lily pad and wear it as a sombrero. And is this a Pokemon? I don't even. This looks like something some first grader would draw and be like, hey, it's Pokemon, yay! Now I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get some flack for number 7, but we're just gonna roll with it and see what happens here. For every generation, I've always taken the fire starter. Why? Well, for me, it's a pretty damn obvious choice. I never go with the water Pokemon starter because, well, water's the single most common type, and you're bound to run into one on your journey. As for grass, well, grass is pretty common too. Not to mention, grass Pokemon have some pretty frequent weaknesses that keep coming up. Fire Pokemon, by comparison to the other two, are quite a bit rare. Not to mention, have you seen some of the frickin' fire Pokemon fully evolved? I mean, everyone's gonna go with Charizard. Personally, for me, Typhlosion. Look at it. It's so awesome. I don't know what animal it is, but I want one. And then Gen 5 came along. I instantly cooked bacon. That's about the only thing that saves the Tempeg evolutionary line for me. I, I, I don't like pigs. I don't. I don't know why I don't like pigs. I flat up don't like pigs. The moment I looked into its little piggy eyes, though, I knew right away I was not taking the fire type this time around. Well, next up we have, I'm sure people completely weren't expecting this one. Uh, Sarcasm. Vanillix and its entire evolutionary line. More people are probably going to be surprised he's not further down the list, but I'm not going to lie, he's kind of grown on me, and I do love ice cream, but it needs to be said, you don't make a Pokemon based off of food. Stop, you don't. I could have understood a snowman. Why ice cream? Who designed this thing? Anyway, the only purpose this thing seems to even have is to, give Alakazam and its 2 spoons brain freeze, which, I mean, that would suck for Alakazam. This is a Pokemon who moves around using its mind, and now it's got brain freeze, and it can't move, and it's just, Pokemon's just a goofy-ass design. I don't know what people were thinking when they're like, hey man, ice cream Pokemon. Actually, that's probably what they were thinking. They were baked off their asses and just hungry, and they had to come up with a Pokemon design. Like, oh, ice cream sounds amazing. Let's make it a Pokemon and eat it. Next up is a twofer, because I like to cheat, and I'm sure people are going to be shocked, probably appalled, by the fact these guys are in front of Vanillix. But yeah, my number 5 spot's going to Mr. Mime and Jynx. These guys stand out in my opinion as Generation 1's creepiest, most ugly, grotesque, things that should never have been made Pokemon. Mr. Mime just looks like someone's batshit crazy pedophile uncle that happens to have psychic powers, and Jynx looks like a fat, cross-dressing, racially insensitive rapist. Seriously, I feel like these Pokemon are things you'd meet a back alley, and then they'd use their psychic powers to have their way with you. And so number 4 definitely deserves to be on this list. I think anyone would have a hard time arguing this with me. But when people were like, hey, let's make a beaver Pokemon, apparently that wasn't a bad enough idea, so they decided to give it a red cherry nose, a derpy-ass expression, and probably one of the derpiest-ass names I've even heard in Pokemon. I mean, seriously, let me stub my toe really quick, and the things that come out of my mouth that aren't swear words will use that as its name. Bidoof! Yeah, Bidoof. Do I even need to keep going with this thing as to why it's a bad design? Just a kind of bad Pokemon in general? I mean, seriously, you made Rattata look freaking awesome compared to this thing. Ah, yes, the number 3 spot going to Ass-Nose and Ass-Probe. I mean, Nosepass and Probopass. By God, what the hell are these things? Who thought these were a good idea? I think I'd like Nosepass far more if, it didn't have a big goddamn red nose. I mean, actually, I could overlook the size of its nose if they had just made it the same color as its body, and then you just have another really easily forgettable rock Pokemon. But, I mean, come on, at least it wouldn't look this stupid. Easily Nosepass was the ugliest damn Pokemon to come out of Generation 3, and I could kind of hope they would just forget about it and try to bury this abysmal failure of a Pokemon. But nope, Gen 4 rolls around and let's give it an evolve. I mean, I get it kind of looks like Mario, and I guess that saves it a little bit, but yeah, no, I'm good. I would rather just forget these things exist. Clink evolutionary line. Oh man, just I don't know where to even begin with this thing. It looks like something my dad would create if he had to make a Pokemon. Let me give you a little bit of an example. Let's say you're a little kid again. You're out playing, uh, Pokemon with your friends using store-bought figures. Then you have one friend that really just doesn't understand the concept of Pokemon. He comes up and he wants to be part of the group, so he's glued two gears together and drew a smiley face on it and is trying to pretend very hard it's a Pokemon. That's Clank. Just, God. So, this is the biggest reason I think people pointed a finger at Generation 5 and went, nope, these Pokemon designs are so bad, I don't want to play this game. And can you even blame them? I mean, look at the evolutionary line. It just gets more gears. And seriously, this just looks like the laziest attempt of a Pokemon I've ever seen. So you're probably asking, what could beat out all these Pokemon? First, I have to get you into the correct mindset. I want you to forget everything you know about Generation 5. You know what none of the designs look like. Now I'm telling you that there's a psychic flying Pokemon. Awesome, right? We've only got like one of those. And to top it off, icing on the frickin' cake here, it's a goddamned bat! I mean, imagine the freaking possibility. Sure, Zubats are piss-ass annoying, but Crobat and Golbat look pretty damn cool. And now, not only that, we can have a bat that's like flying around and it's picking shit up with its mind. This is a Pokemon that could be so goddamn awesome. It could rival things like Hydreigon and Haxorus and be one of the best looking Pokemon of the generation. And then we got Woobat. Just a moment of silence. Hopefully this is giving you a little bit of insight as to why I put Woobat as my number one just worst Pokemon design ever. Clearly, it's a little bit more thought out than Clink's was. It definitely doesn't look as lazy, but it's the sheer loss of potential. I mean, seriously, you could have given this thing to any other person on the damn world, and it would have looked better. Swoobat's a little bit better looking, but I just can't help but look at it and be like, this is a bat I would see on Disney Junior or something. Flying around in some kid's cartoon, and they're like all scared of it just because it's a bat, even though the thing looks like it's missing a chromosome. And I don't know who came up with this design. I wasn't gonna look it up to figure it out. I'm hoping to God they're ashamed of it. But yeah, I can wail on just how much I hate this thing for hours. I'm gonna try to avoid that though, and we've reached the end of our journey. I hope I haven't pissed anyone off too much. I mean, I would hope to God no one's favorites Pokemon were up on here. That might not be the case for Emboar. I think a lot of people actually did dig him. Overall, it's not bad. Like I said, I'm just not a big fan of pigs. I do love bacon, though. Doesn't everyone love bacon? I'm pretty sure there's vegetarians out there secretly eating bacon. Anyway, ramble. This has been Ramblin' Gamer. Watch out for bears.